Good Sunday to everybody. RVDebs here. Just thought I would pop in and do a live stream. Just trying to get the. It's not great. Let's see. Wait a minute. There. Is that not really? Anyway, I hope some of you would like to come in and visit with me today. I'm just kind of relaxing on a Sunday, trying to figure out what I want to do in general. It's a big question. What do you want to do, right? Hi, Laura. Call them memes. I'm kind of out of the loop. I'm going to see if I okay. Sometimes lights are good, but it's daylight, so I'm going to try a natural light. I just was sitting here. It's Sunday. I was watching a Johnny Cash kind of a biography, and I just kind of just felt bored with that. I did the dish. So here I am. Hello, 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 Kimberly. Hello, Carrie Joe. Yeah, I'm bored. I know there's things I could do, like cleaning. Oh yeah, I need to really do my floors, but I don't feel like it. Hi, Donna. This is, I guess, what I feel like doing. Angelica Jane, how you doing? Wow, good. At least I'm not alone on a Sunday, where everyone's out doing something, but I'm not. What do you mean I'm oscillating? Hi, RV Lucky. What does that mean? I've never heard of. Isn't oscillating going back and forth? I'm not oscillating. Anybody else? I am. Hello. Yeah, you're avoiding cleaning by watching me. That's exactly. I'm avoiding cleaning by talking to you. It could be buffering. You know, it's windy. Right now I just checked. It's 19 miles an hour, the wind. Hi, Black Cats. Hey, Boston Terrier Mom and Catherine. I know I'm just doing this because I just, out of the clear blue, felt like sharing. Hi, Molly. You were coloring. I just kind of thought about doing another one. I wish I could get my paints out, and paint, but it takes so much space up. And when you're coloring, it doesn't take much space at all. You should be cleaning your garage. Yeah. Sunday's the day of rest. So is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Kimberly says it's super windy there too, straight up north of you. Wind is out of the south. Yeah, it's been really windy. I keep hearing stuff blowing around. Ooh, diamond dots. Neat, Carrie. I enjoyed that diamond painting thing I did. Boston Terrier Mom's avoiding the cleaning of the cat litter box, which is an easy thing to avoid until you just can't avoid it anymore, right? Yep, retirement in its glory. And it is good. People say, I have some friends that are still working in their like late 60s, and they're like, I wouldn't know what to do with my time. I'm like, you will. You will. Trust me, when you decide to go for it, you won't believe how easy it is to enjoy life and not have to work for someone. Catherine, she says, I'm finished a lace flower granny square into a lap blanket, so done with the project. That's a lovely project. Hi, Kathy's Closet. Yeah, we're just chatting up a storm here. Well, no storms. Kimberly says, are the fires in Texas? Heard we were supposed to get smoke from the south. No, we don't have any smoke in the air or anything. It's a sunny day. The last time I checked, it was 66 degrees. And it's supposed to get into the low 70s, but the wind makes it feel colder. Kimberly said, my husband never quit working. He cannot stand to sit and do nothing. Not me, no problem. Yeah, not me, no problem. But it's funny because you don't just sit and do nothing. I mean, when you doing because you got a lot of time on your hands to create and to or go look at things or go on a bike or walk. It's different. Okay, now Emily says that she's got the fires. She said I've got fires in my area near the Rio Grande. Huh. Wow. We get the wind. I'll tell you, everything about this area of Texas is extreme. We have extremely windy or extremely rainy or extremely hot and even extremely beautiful. So it's like and it changes on a dime. It could be gorgeous now and completely opposite later. Carrie Jo says, Kimberly, we are under a fire threat, dry and windy. Oh, yeah, where's the snow when you need it, right? Boston Terrier Mom says, my kitchen sink pipe disconnected. Long story. I called the plumber and they wanted $300 to come out on the weekend. That's not happening, so they'll be here Monday. Just means I can't do dishes. I have learned to do dumb dishes. I hate dishes. I don't mind doing dishes, but I don't have hot water, so I've learned like how I have to do the dishes and how I don't want to dirty too many because it's the you boil up water and you get sudsy and soak all the dishes and then you rinse them with cold water. That's not fun. Kathy says it's 62 in Florida. That's pretty cold for Florida. It'll warm up. It will warm up, I bet. Carrie Jo gets her first vaccine shot tomorrow. I'm going to call tomorrow and find out when the next time they're doing it here. But I'd kind of like to get the Johnson and Johnson vaccine. I don't know why. Well, I know why, because it's only one shot. And then you don't have to go through it again. But, I might have to just do it anyway. Yeah, that's how it works, Emily. She says after the February freeze and all of the vegetation is dead, then with high winds, that means fire. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Sucks. Everything's extreme though. Emily's in Texas, she'll tell you. Kimberly said she had no problem doing the vaccine, didn't even feel sick. A little sore at the site. Well, good. Hopefully not everybody gets, a reaction. But nobody wants to take a vaccine. I mean, we were together yesterday. We went to a baby shower, and it's just me and Mary and Kathy, and they don't want it. They don't want the vaccines. So you can't talk them into it because the preacher tells them to the church people, and they don't really study it themselves. Your mom says, "Hey Deb, I'm just wondering. I thought you were going to get one of those on-demand water heaters. Can you not do that?" Yeah, you can get those, but I decided instead of getting the instant hot water heater, which we really don't. I really don't know how easy it is to convert this, but I do know that I've looked up the hot water heater was the one that fits in here, and I can order it off Amazon, and it's just under $400. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be ordering uh, just a regular RV hot water tank. It worked fine before. It's only a 6 gallon. I don't need more, and I just want hot water. I mean, we have to deal with it. It's like not doing dishes for the weekend, but Monday's coming and they're going to fix it. Well, eventually, it's going to be fixed. Nobody's. It's me. I have to order it. The family here does not want to take the vaccine, Linda. I have asked and I've said why not? And it's like they don't trust it. Hi, Anne. Yeah, that's what they think. They already had the virus. Honestly, almost any, I think just about everybody in the family had it. But, I don't know. I haven't had it, so I don't want it. And if I can, I'm going to take it. And is there long-term effects? I don't know. But you know what? Everybody dies of something. Everybody has problems physically. This is not going to change too much. I think we're all I think we're a little too freaked out. I think science is pretty good these days compared to the old days. But that's my opinion. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. You have a greater responsibility to others first than to myself. I really don't. I don't feel that way at all. I have a responsibility to me and my dogs and then everybody around me. But I think if you don't come first, I don't get that. Hi, Lynn. Kimberly says, no, you can get it again. You can get the virus with the vaccine, but you aren't going to end up in the hospital or die. Well, that's what they're telling us anyway, and I believe that. 2021 says all is fine. Well, all is fine. Everything's supposed to be exactly the way it is. Unfortunately, not everything's great. Well, yeah, I think that's part of the problem, Carrie Jo. She says trouble is it became a political choice for some, not a health choice. I think it's just this freedom thing that certain types of people don't want the government to tell you what to do, and they don't trust that science is good enough to make it this quick. Whatever their reason is, they have it. That's the thing. You can't force anybody, so I'm not trying to. No, I mean, that's not preaching what you just said, because the Bible is the Bible. Not everybody believes exactly like everybody else. This is a problem because I just feel it's a problem when everyone starts to tell everybody else, like when a certain group of people say everybody should believe in the way that I believe, or you guys are all going to burn in hell. I hate that feeling because what right, first of all, does anyone have to judge anyone and know what's going to happen? They don't. Cool, the Moderna, huh? That's good that you had no problem with it. Did I miss something, Carrie Jo? Is what did you say? Yeah, trouble is it became a political choice for some, not a health choice. Right, right. Like, where did faith stop in America? Where did faith stop in general? I don't mean to be like political today or anything like that. Kimberly says if you get the virus after the vaccine, you can still infect someone else. So that if they aren't vaccinated, well, that is their choice. And sad. Yes, it is. Well, I'm just going to do me. All I can do is what I need to do for myself and protect myself and protect others. I'm definitely not someone that wants to hurt anybody. I want to treat you like I want you to treat me. That's how that's my way of living. And my other thoughts are three little words: mind your business. If it's not your business, mind your business. Love everybody, but you're not going to control anything and it's not your business. And it scares me a little bit because I've never lived in a small town where people are so involved in their churches. I've never had that in my life. I've never, even big cities, I didn't go. So, I'm not really understanding of it. But what I do see kind of scares me. I listen. I listen to the local service of the church that Kathy and Mark go to so that I know what they're preaching that day, that weekend. But it makes me like really not happy with what I'm hearing. and what results in what they're told at church. Okay, let's change the subject. You got the Johnson and Johnson, Just D. That's the one I want to get. That's what I kind of was waiting. I'm on that list when they get it. And I would love to do another diamond dot. I don't have it right now. Maybe someday. And that's true, Emily, that all we can do is what we feel is best for ourselves. You know? RV Lucky, how you doing, sweetie? He says small towns are in everyone's business and they are very controlling. And I have never been around this. Well, I am now for the last 5 years almost. Eva, I do plan on moving out of this area. I probably will always have, a visit here because I do love my family here. They're not blood relatives. They're Kathy's family, but they've really adopted me, and they understand that I'm different, and I am different, but I still love them. Justy says the 24th is my 2 weeks since you got the shot, the Johnson and Johnson. You're still being cautious. I think everybody should be cautious, actually. Hi, Brown Bear Jamboree. And I don't mean to insult anyone because there are people that have so much faith and love for their church and their preacher. That's fine with me. But when I hear that it's like don't get the vaccine and you just there's more preaching about stuff that doesn't belong in church. Jesus, that was not what Jesus preached. Let's see. When do I plan to go to Wichita Falls? Probably this coming week. I'm getting myself psyched up to go do that. I don't know what I really don't know what I want. Kimberly said I'm in a small town, 5,000, pretty small, nothing like Knox City. Everyone knows everybody's stuff, and let me tell you, they wag their tongues about it. That's another thing. You hear people doing the best they can, and they are. Everybody's doing the best that they can to be a good person. But then you hear them judging people. Carrie Jo wants me to get into art. I need to do stuff. I do need to keep. Oh, I made a pair of earrings yesterday. Visiting is tolerable, but living day to day is taxing. It's just, that's why I left for Florida. I just needed a break. Totally needed a break. And I got one. And I'm glad I went. I really am. Yeah, I'm really glad that I got a chance to get away for a while. And I still feel the same way. Let me fix this. I want to show you guys. I know this is not the kind of town that's going to make me very happy. And I have to save myself because I have time to live. And I don't want to just I feel like I'm just waiting for something. I made those. These are really cute. The little thing at the bottom it's got a little cross if you look real close. And they're turquoise and kind of a green and blue turquoise. So there's just kind of shades of blue with one crystal that's kind of cobalt blue. Anyway, that's them. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. I'm glad you came in. I know Brown Bear Jamboree doesn't get around too often. Hey, Lynn, thank you. Thank you, Carrie Jo. I just made one pair and then I got out of there. I'm forcing myself to do things because I've been in a state of, what the state of mental, limbo, kind of like in limbo. That's true, Kathy. She says, I find a lot of joy in serving others, but if I do not balance it with self-care, it can get resentful. Yeah, we got to take care of ourselves. And I know I need to take care of myself right now. Self-care is very important. I'm not selfish, but I am definitely trying to get myself on track because food wise, I have like gotten off the track. And that's difficult because once you get off, every day that you say you're going to get back on and then you don't. If you I'm going to make more owl earrings. Yep, I am, Emily. Maybe I'll go later on today and sit there and make them. You're right, Kathy. Not all religious people are like what you are exposed to. And no, I realize that. I do. It's like in your face here. Shirley, how you doing? It was feeling kind of blah yesterday with the moods pandemic. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really worried about the pandemic for me, but I do think constantly about how can I change my situation and be happy without, without money, without a lot of money. So it's got to be done on a like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I use my Instant Pot, but I don't cook that much, Black Cat. I don't find myself even wanting to cook because I don't have a hot water heater. So without hot water, and you make pots and pans, but I am getting a hot water heater. So I will be using it more. I got a new toaster oven and it actually is an air fryer too. So I'm going to check that out. Thank you, Emily. I'm pretty peaceful. Yesterday I went to this baby shower. It was a small, just a few ladies, and it was so much fun. And but I didn't feel like picking up, and doing a video. And I just, what you doing, Rosie? This one in particular, brown bear, is a Black and Decker, and it's an air fryer, crisper, bake, toast, and broil. Now I don't know how I don't know if I'll broil in it, but I certainly will bake in it, and I'll use the air fryer. When I left to go to Florida, Emily, it was really because of political reasons. It was just too much, it was like really bad. And I thought, I'm taking the opportunity that is offered and I'm going to leave. And it's a big decision to get in the truck with my dogs and just go. But I did it, you know, I'm glad I did it too. Yeah, cooking for one is just, I just find myself either just making like, easy things. A lot of times I make enough for two and eat two. And if I had someone here, I would share it. Oh my, it was scary. I mean, I got in the truck and it's a long distance. Um, I went through a lot. I went through a lot during the Florida thing. I haven't shared everything, but um, it was a lot going on that first month, and then it kind of slowed down to a nice vacation. Uh, anyway, but I am like, uh, I have. It's hard for me to tell you guys everything because people don't really want their lives out there, and I respect that. I respect people's privacy. That's one of the things I try really hard not to share if it's including somebody else that we haven't discussed it. So I don't really say a whole lot about it. But the political thing and Facebook, definitely. I have to snooze people when they start doing their political crap or I don't mind the religious. I don't really mind. I mean, honestly, I believe in Jesus and I believe in God but I just don't want it. Like, I was listening to the preacher today, just to give you a little insight, and he was like, we got our stimulus check. It's right. He's starting. That's how he started. I'm trying, Carrie, believe me, keeping people's names out of my mouth. But I'm listening to him, and he's saying, wow, we got our stimulus check, and you know, and then he was talking about the government giving us the check, and no matter, just his little excuse for saying that, but what his real reasoning was for telling you that he had gotten his stimulus check was because the Lord wanted you all you in the church here to share with the church that extra money, and it'll come back to you tenfold. It'll be a blessing to you to bless the church. And that is what I dislike about churches. This church, I can't judge all churches, and you're right. There are some wonderful people, and that I do enjoy listening to. Does this freak anybody out for me to say that? But that's what I heard today. And then no matter what the message is for the rest of the time, I just think about how it all has to do with money. Even the poor, even the people that live on Social Security, they want 10% of their money, and these lovely Christian people that I know give it to them. So I'm just being very honest, because this is an impromptu, not normal. It's not my normal kind of let's have fun and games live stream. It's just me coming on and just sharing what I'm feeling and thinking. See, and Carrie Jo said the same thing. Uh, it's just too much mentioning for donating. It turns me off. But when I've confronted Kathy and Mark and stuff, they do not feel the same way. They want to give. They're very good people. They're loving, beautiful people. We had a guy who is going blind, and here's the kind of people Mark and Kathy are. That's why I'm here. There's a guy going blind, and he's got like 5 kids, and he needs money. Now Mark does our lawn, but he paid that guy money to come do our lawn so that he could help him. That's a wonderful Christian man. So, don't get me wrong when I'm saying stuff about it, but the control in the church just it's not good for me. And so, that's how I feel. It's Sunday, and I was listening. So I just, hey, Butterbean Head, nice to see you. Just ranting a little. Yeah, Molly. So, I mean, even though I don't feel exactly like they do, I still think I love the heck out of them, because I know they do the best they can. And we all do. We're all just trying to do the best we can to be good people and be happy and healthy. That's the truth on, I think, everybody. Well, Sonny, that's what he said today, the preacher, was he got his stimulus. And I'm sure he does, because they work it out. Emily says, I'm not freaked out. Knew that's what he was going to say. I have problem with him saying to give and you'll get back. That's what he says. He says things like that. He said something like, even the people that are less fortunate get it back tenfold. It's like, yeah, I know. Don't forget to give them the money when they pass around the tray. Okay, let me read some more. Brown Bear says there's a fine line, though. The church does need money to operate. That's what a lot of folks don't realize, but some mega churches are way overboard on taking money. I agree. Sonny says that churches don't pay taxes. So no stimulus check. Yeah, but as an individual preacher, I'm sure he's worked it out, him and his wife and his kids. Yeah, I know. So I am concerned, but actually, I'm not. You know what? They want to live their life. They're older people. They're as smart as I am or smarter. I need to find happiness for me. They're happy. Why try to, I'm just, it's not something I'm trying to change them. Kathy says it's important to remember that God does not need our money. What he wants is our sacrifice and obedience. How do you know that anyway? If I could, I would tell that preacher that Jesus is my stimulus. Well, that would be a good answer. Anyway, That's the Sunday thing around here. And I know some other people that go to the Baptist church. I've never been to it, so I really can't talk for everybody. I just know. Yeah, and that's the truth. And everybody's got problems and in the needs and wants, especially money and health problems. Everybody. And it's difficult to live on our money that we get. And yeah, I live on Social Security and a little bit on YouTube. I do make a little, thank God for that. Um, but a lot of people don't even have this. So, it's very difficult to give any money just to give money. And there are people that are wealthy and can afford to take care of their churches and stuff. Most churches preach standard 10%. I agree with you, Brown Bear. She says, I kind of prefer giving my money to folks in my family that are struggling and need it. Catherine says, yes, I agree. They want our money, but if we need surgery to help for our surgery, they say less pray for it. Everybody's prays for everything. This is another thing that I found. And I always prayed, even when I had nothing to do with Texas. When Kathy and I would on the road travel and do art shows, we always held each other's hand and said a few words of prayer for a safe trip and whatever was on our hearts. So I've always prayed. I just don't seem to think I can't do it the way that um, this book says to do it, because you've interpreted the book a certain way. Somebody else has interpreted the book another way, and everybody thinks they're perfect. So it's like, it's kind of too much for me. I'm a Baptist faith and went to a lot of different ones, and offering 10% is over preached. Oh man. You know, it's a kind of strange conversation we're having, really. What, baby? Come here. You want to come say hello to everybody? Come here. Come here. Come on. Let's do it. Come here. Come on up here. Lil, move. Hop, chop, chop. Come on. Come here. Okay. I'm not going to beg you. All churches are not like giving should come from your heart. How much do you give is between you and God. Each person has to decide in their heart what they want to do and help others. And that's my feeling. Me too. And everybody has a right. Like I said, I'm the one that doesn't belong here. They belong here. They're happy. Nadia and the kids, they're all doing their thing and they're happy. They're content with this. I'm the one that needs to go somewhere else. And I don't know where to go, because just to go move to a town that I don't know my way around. Hi, Diana. Welcome. Well, I'm glad you came in. Kathy says Mormons have to show the paperwork that they have given 10%. Otherwise, they cannot go to the temple. See, all that stuff is bull crap to me. That's just my opinion. They can't go to the temple if they drink spirit. There's no way that any group's going to tell me that. So some people need to be like told, I guess, and they're very content. And I'm like the opposite. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I need to get out Butterbean head. Okay, let me go back. Kathy says, but they can't go to the temple if they drink a cup of coffee. Right, that's ridiculous. Giving it to me. Okay, Carrie Jo says, giving to me is of my time. Giving to me is of my time and support in every aspect of my life, not just church. Amen. That's exactly right. Brown Bear Jamboree. It's so expensive to live, and disability just isn't much to live on. My son is on disability. I can't. I'm sorry. I lost it. And could never afford to pay rent in our area. No way. Most people, no, I'm not saying most. I shouldn't say most, but a lot of people are in our boat. Like my boat is like not an, I can't live in really nice areas because who has, 900, 1,500, 2,000 a month? I don't have it. So I have to like kind of work myself into some situation that works for me. And it's not easy to find. Money helps. It does, unfortunately, because the whole world's about money. The church is about money. Everything in politics is about money. It's a sad case. Sunny girl. Okay, well, you have a beautiful rest of your day and a good week ahead. Stay healthy. Um, okay, I know I missed some. Molly explored, involved with, and examined many different religions over my. Yeah, me too, actually. And I really, my favorite. I don't think there's a name of what I believe. I really feel like I believe in nature, Mother Nature, God. The planets, Earth, Father Earth. Um, and I believe you need to respect it and love our Earth and love the gifts you're given because they are gifts from somewhere that is we call God. Gifts. But it's just everybody has their beliefs. I mean, I grew up in a Jewish house that was very not Jewish. Luckily we did believe in God and prayed, but we didn't go to church or temple. Brown Bear Jamboree says my son's girlfriend just rented an apartment, $1,900 for a 1-bedroom. It's crazy here in Seattle, and I'd love to live there in Seattle. What a beautiful area, but who can afford it? It's weird. RV Lucky says paying tithes is the illegal according to the Bible. It was only for the Levi tribe. So unless you are a Jew and paying tithes to the Levi, it's illegal. Everything's crazy. Hi, John. Thanks for coming in. Hi, I am. I don't subscribe to any organized religion. I believe we should treat each other well and do no harm. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. I'll treat you like I want you to treat me. Basically, I'm not going to take anything from you. I don't want anything from you. And I want you to love me and I want to love you back. Anne says, I'm in a similar situation, living on disability, no family, not really where I want to live, 68 years old, and it is nice here. Hi, Patricia. Yeah, I live on social mostly. I mean, I'm lucky that I've been given the gifts. God's given me creativity, and I've always made, in the last, 40 years, actually all my life, I've made money off of my creativity, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. You know, I don't know that I was saying I don't know where I want to live. That's the sucky part. I've lived in lots of places. I would love to live places I can't afford. That's the problem. I would love to live, in Florida, in a nice area on the Gulf, or wherever. I would love to live in Oregon, on somewhere in a nice little place. I wouldn't even mind. I don't know because I haven't been everywhere, but I can't afford the nice places, so it's real hard. It's really hard to move. That's wonderful, Kathy, and I'm happy that you have found the church that you love and that they've helped you. Everybody's, like I said, everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a life. Everybody's been raised a certain ways and different from each other, and just trying to get along with everybody. And I do the best I can. I try to treat people kind. I blow it sometimes because I'm just a human being, and boy, do we screw up or what? Oregon is gorgeous. So is Washington. I've never been to Idaho. I've never been to Utah. Those are places I'd love to go visit. But it looks to me like I'm just going to have to find a place. I want the next place I move to be my forever home. I really don't want to keep moving. So I'm not sure because I've got it. There's actually been, well, exactly. I am no one size God fits all. We just have to accept each other's differences and love each other anyway. Yeah, I got it. And the church does help a lot of people. Even in this church here, I'm telling you, there's a lot of good people. It's just too much control of their minds, not only and their money. They don't think so though. They don't think so. Thank you, Matthias, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Never seen your name before. What climate do I want to live in? I like all the seasons, so I'm really open to, if I have my druthers, of course, like everybody, would chase in the 60s, 70s. But I lived in Florida for a lot of years, and I know it gets hot there. That's when you close up your little place and maybe take a camping trip up somewhere cooler. Right, there's really not anything really, even the that when you go to the store and you see like one size fits all, and it doesn't fit all. It really doesn't. Brown Bear says to find the church that fits you. But what if you don't need a church at all? Why do you need to need? That's the word right there. Why would you need to find the church? Why can't you just within yourself or your family believe in your beliefs and uh, give praise to God in many ways? Why do you have to need to find the church that's better? I don't know. Butterbeanhead says I've been on the side of trying to give like my church taught. The pastor kept pushing for giving more and more. It never stops. That never stops. And this preacher, I don't know, his what he's got in his pocket or anything. And I know these people very well. When I say the preacher, I know him and his wife. I lived in their home for a week. They're not bad people, okay? But meanwhile, they've gone to Germany during my 5 years here. They've flown to Germany a couple times. They've gone to Virginia to their daughters several times. They take vacations. When Kathy and Mark haven't taken a stupid vacation in all the 5 years I've been here, you know, isn't that wrong? I think it is. I love traveling too, RV, Lucky. I don't think you have to go to church though to be a loving, godly kind of human being. Uh, really. Anyway, so as far as like where do I belong, that's kind of what I'm thinking about today. I have a dear friend, a man friend. We're friends. I've been, and I'm not going to mention any names, um, but I've been offered many times that he was going to come get me, that we were going to get together, and then things happen, life happens, people get sick, things happen, and it's still kind of like that where there's a possibility that maybe and I don't know, I don't really know anymore how much to put into anything. It's just how it is, you know. I'm unsure. I think I always think about it. When in doubt, leave it out. Don't do anything till you really know what to do because you don't want to go up the wrong lane. So I'm just kind of at a turning point in my life, and you guys are going to probably hear about it as I go through this because this is going to be the year that I change my situation as much as possible in a happy way. I'm afraid to go into one of those low housing income places, and I won't want to live there. Mm-mm. I'd rather live here than to feel like I'm unsafe or it's a closet and it's not a happy place. And you know what I mean? I think you're right, Emily. At the end of the day, we have ourselves to count on, and you're lucky if like I had a wonderful man, and I had him 14 years, and I could count on him. But that was then. It's hard to keep up with everybody. Hold on a second. Okay. Um, I think it's a lot of people are starting to look at their lives when they are our age, Deb. Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. I have been here since you packed up from Florida and shopped for RVs. You've been around with me. A lot of you've been around where I've been and what I've done. I didn't know what to do when I think about it now because I had a really nice mobile home on Lake Tarpon in a beautiful area of Florida that I loved. But when my husband got sick and died, I at the time I could not see myself staying there. Now I could. Um, but I don't have it anymore. But I made those decisions, and I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do at the time, and I guess that's you can't go back. But yeah, so it's brought me here. I never really wanted to live in Texas. I knew that it really didn't belong in Texas. But when I got here, I was just so I couldn't see myself pulling this trailer to unknown mountains and stuff, and so I stayed. Okay, Kimberly says if you could just get away like you did to Florida, you may feel much better about living where you are. At least you could take a break once in a while. I agree with that too. So there's a part of me that says, okay, you know, fix the house up here. It's a mobile home. I mean, it's not a mobile home. It's a travel trailer, and then get a really nice camper if you can, and go visit places for a while. Like get away for a month every 3 or 4 months. But then again, I don't know what I would drive in. I did, Bobby. You're right. I did at the time. I thought it was the right thing to do. I had lost my husband, and I loved him. And Kathy and Mark, they moved from Florida to here, and everything was kind of going. So I just went with the flow. And next thing you know, I wished I would have had my home in Florida still. Yes, Linda, all in God's timing. It'll work out. And like I know there's a plan for me. There's no mistakes, but getting there, is the journey. That's why it's RVDebs journey, because this is a damn journey. Janet, hi. Finally got you live. Have you been around since oh, you're the one that lives in Fraser Park. That's amazing, Janet. Just the idea, because in 1972 I lived in Fraser Park, California. Alabama was very nice. It was a lovely place. I didn't know anyone there really, and it was just time to, move on. Is what I felt. Lucky, you're lucky that you have a couple of different options. You have two campers. I don't have any way to stay in my camper, in my truck, and I can't afford the hotels, and dogs are a hassle. I'd rather have them in a van with me, and we sleep through the night somewhere safe. I would do that. I didn't know anything about this area. You're right. Yeah, surely, this person in particular, this preacher, he cares about everybody's soul as best as he can, because he's only a man. I just don't buy what he's selling. That's why Carrie Joe said, that's why I sold my car and bought a minivan. It won't be easy as nice camper van, but I could pay cash for it, and I will do. Yeah, I mean, minivan might be what I wind up with, because my truck's worth enough to maybe trade. I don't know. Where I live is just too far to go somewhere? Not really. You live far away from stuff too. Hey, have a wonderful day, Kathy. Thanks for coming and joining. Love you. You live in the middle of nowhere too, RV. Lucky. I mean, actually, I can be in Lubbock, Texas, which is a nice town, in a couple hours. I can be in San Antonio in 4.5 hours, 5 hours. Um, there's a lot of places I could go. I'd like to go to Arizona and meet up with everybody that I've met from YouTube. Yeah, it'd be neat to have a camper van. That's for sure. Thanks, Butterbeanhead. Thanks, Carrie Joe, for telling her. Lily's going through in her little, like, she doesn't do zoomies, but she goes into her cave and she freaks out. Are you freaking out? Come here. Yeah, I mean, because I do love being, here. It's not a terrible place. I just get really bored, and I don't know anybody to go hang out and visit with. There's no coffee shops. There's just not really anything happening. Even the senior center's been closed. Yeah, I don't have the money to go buy a really good camper van that I would feel safe. I'd have to be very careful with that, because you don't know what you buy when you buy used. Oh yes, thumbs ups, peeps would be nice. Thank you. Yeah, don't fence me in. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to be in where I can make friends and go out and have a dinner here and there and meet somebody for lunch, go see a museum, hang out home. I'm still a homebody. I really am. That's why I say mostly this is very comfortable for me. But then there's those times when I'm just like, what am I going to do? And I don't want to, okay, let me go on here. Rosie Baxter, I don't understand why you would say that. Can't you get a job? That's like fighting words with me. You know why? Because I live in a town of 1,130 people. There's no jobs. Dollar General and waitress, I can't do those things. I'm a little older. It's not, I can't stand up for hours. But thanks for your suggestion. I do YouTube for extra money. I make jewelry and beautiful necklaces, and I paint paintings, and people support my channel and like my art. That's my job. I can't do what I did when I was 40 or 50 or 30. So don't. I want to go to New Mexico, by the way, Sasha. I really do. That's one of the places I'm going to go. I don't know how that really irks me, what you just said. Brown Bear says Carolyn is happy in her mobile home in the RV park. Yeah, I know. I'd like to go visit. That would be fun. I worked all my life just like everybody. I just wasn't like a college graduate that was a teacher. I didn't have the kind of jobs that paid that kind of money, you know? Anyway. And I am a little defensive when it comes to that because Rosie Baxter's been around my channel for a long time. And she should know that I can't just get a job like so easy for her. Anyway. Anyway, everybody thinks that they know, you know. You get a lot of that. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you for the super chat. How kind. That's very sweet. Oh, it's hard for me to stand up. You know, I really don't have the stamina. Wish I did. I wish I was, you know, real strong but you know, I'm who I am. Lucky says you had a successful YouTube channel. I still do. And it is, you know, you work for it. You have to, you know, nothing is free. Really. It's not that simple. That's why not everybody can have a channel because they don't want to they don't want to put themselves out there or work for it or edit anything or buy anything for it. It is a job. I'm trying to not miss anything that you guys have said. Oh, and I make pretty things. Let's see. People are either negative or positive energy. Protect your peace. Exactly. I'm not afraid of, you know, saying what I feel. Hi, Susan. I'm doing good today. I'm just kind of doing kind of a ranty. I'm okay. Nothing wrong. People don't realize what it's like to you know have. And I don't say that mine's so successful. My channel, it's not that big, but it's still something, and I do make an income from it. You know, and I just really did reach out just to be with people today, just to kind of spill my own beans. You know, just to nothing's perfect. I'm not. I'm just doing the best I can, you guys. I try to keep things real good, high, happy spirit. I really do. Most of my evening live streams are positive, and you know, I don't want to talk and feel bad, and I don't feel bad. I just am confused because making life decisions are not easy. Yeah, well, I paid my dues. I wished I was more successful. And if I could tell anybody something that's younger, I'd say put money away every paycheck you get for your older self, because you're going to get old and you're going to be very happy that you did that. But that's something that I didn't do. Lucky says he's 90. Who wants to hire him? You're doing darn good, Lucky. I hope I get to be 90 and be as active as you are. Thank you, Brown Bear. I care about a lot of the people here so much, and I really do appreciate it. It's kind of a neat thing to be able to come on, and I feel comfortable talking to you guys. I don't always say the right thing, and I do get mad. Rosie, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. It's just that I just when someone says, "Why don't you get a job? Why don't you go work for Dollar General?" Oh, I've had so many comments like, "I'm going to work for Dollar General," and that's the only job in town that I don't want it. Thank you, Sunny Flowers. Thank you. Oh yeah, you're right, Butterbean Head. I know. I am. RV Lucky is quite the man. We should all. I mean, he's got words of wisdom and such a very very interesting life. If you haven't checked out RV Lucky's channel, definitely check it out because he's a doll. He's a good man. And we all have opinions, and I respect everybody's opinion. We're all allowed to have opinions and be different. But when you come in here, please give me a thumbs up. I've got 91 folks, 38 thumbs up. Can we go to like 60? Hey, Hootie. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I get bored so easy. And it's not bored like I don't have anything to do, because there's stuff to do. It's bored like I don't have social connections. I do a lot of video chatting and phone chatting. I'm a phone person. So, that's true. And I like the Zoom party we have. I just need to like get out of the house and go. You can drive here, and I do. Sometimes I just take drives, but it takes about an hour and 10 minutes to get to like a city, And there's small cities. Abilene's a small city. It's fine. And so is Wichita Falls. They're small. Dallas, however, is only 3 hours away, and that's a huge city. So, there's places to go. It just takes time, energy, and gas. I'm going tomorrow. I'm taking Kathy's mom. She's 91. She's going to get her hair permed, and I'm going to go take her to the beauty parlor and sit with her. I'm same way. Hi, Frederick. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, Doreen, we're all in this together, really. Brown Bear says, I'm bored a lot of the time. My husband had to retire early on disability, and I'm home a lot. Yeah, I'm home a lot, and I don't mind being home. Gosh, social media is a lifesaver. Yeah, Marilyn, 30 minutes is not that bad. She says she liked the little town that her brother lived. It took 30 minutes to go anywhere. It's 45 minutes to go to the Walmart, but that's the only thing there in that area. If you want to go onward, you'd have to drive another good 30 minutes, 25 minutes, and then you're in a little city. Happy Sunday, ZT. Shirley says, I was on the street in my late teen years. I cried out to the God for help, and he himself put me under a saved Bible teaching church, and it's a well, it worked for you, Shirley, and that's fabulous. Honestly, doesn't go that way for everybody. Butterbean says, I live between two nice towns, 2 miles, and I'm there. That's perfect. Hey, listen, whatever gets you through, people, there's nothing wrong with what you do at all. Or what do I do? You know, I pray in my own way. Ann says not all senior and lower income places are bad, but some are new, lots of activities, but it's hard to search, especially alone. It is hard to go see all of them. Carrie Joe, I'm lucky Madison. It's so close to me. Lots of culture and entertainment. 30 minutes. Oh, I wish I could, Carrie Joe. Yeah, I don't want to work at Dollar General. I like to go there, Jennifer. Same here. I go like once a week at least. Richard, you're in a small area too. He says the largest town near me is 7,000 population. That's small. Yeah, Orlando's like overkill. Orlando's very, very, very congested, and it does have everything at your fingertips. It all depends on what you want to do, too. I mean, Disney and Universal is all there, and it's in the middle of the state, so you can kind of go both sides. There's good things about everything. When I was there, I probably could have found something I could afford somewhere in like the middle of the state. Our Dollar General has a lot of nice friends that I like the ladies that work there. Frederick says, I was stationed in Fort Hood back in the day. We took a convoy to Brownsville, Texas, and all we saw was rocks and cows. That's what you see. Lots of cows. What is AHEPA? What is that? I have no idea what that is, Ann. I'd like to get involved with live theater. See if I was in a city I could do that. Yeah, I love Seattle. I've been to Seattle a few times, and that's a great city. It's got a lot of art and a lot of uh, beautiful, moody it's a moody, wonderful city. 2 hours from St. Louis, Richard. Yeah, well, that's a big city. 2 hours. Yeah, I'm 2 hours from Lubbock. That would be a big city. Students that I used to be more active. Yeah, when you get older, you slow down, and it's nice to be able to not have to drive an hour. I mean, I think about okay, I'm 70. What happens when I'm 80? I can't drive an hour both ways to get back home again. I would do as an actor. Yeah, I've done live theater in Clearwater, Florida, and it was fun. You really get a lot of friends too, because the cast becomes friendships. No, Linda, we haven't done the. Been too cold, and I think they're going to be planting here okra. Definitely going to do okra. Oh, okay. I've never heard of that. How do you find these things? Oh, it's so confusing. And Dallas is so big. Oh my gosh, amazing. And that's another thing. When I think of living in apartment buildings, and I felt this way when I was in Florida too, I don't like living in apartments. It could be there could be a situation where I would enjoy it. I'm not saying I won't do it, but I don't like living in apartments. I don't like having people on top and the sides and strange hallways, and I don't like those kind of buildings. Now, townhomes or one story places I like, but that's what if I go into this, it's going to be probably an apartment building. Knoxville. I've been to Knoxville, Birmingham, but for not for it's been a long time. I love Tennessee. It's a beautiful state. It really is. I like live theater. I just like, that I think the idea, I'm creative, so I like theater. And now I could play the old lady. And are you in Dallas? Is that what you're saying? That's my choice too. Brown Bear Jamborisha says, I think a senior mobile home park would be the good choice. That was if when I was in Florida and I looked at the one place that was on the water, it was on the bay. I loved it. Financially it didn't work out, but I've lived in mobile homes for most of my adult life. We had a really beautiful 5-star park my parents bought. They bought the land. They picked the land, and then they put a brand new double wide beautiful home, which we had for years and years. And I lived in mobile homes, and I like it. Yeah, the high rise. I don't want to be in one of those. I really don't. I don't want to move my RV and go live in this RV somewhere else. So Sharon, I don't want to do that. I will either sell it or leave it right here for like my own little getaway, you know. Oh, hallelujah, Livy Lou. She says she wants to tell everybody that her pathology tests came back negative for cancer. Congratulations. Thank you, Lord. That's wonderful. Yeah, there's lots of activities, and yet you have your own space. Even in the RV, I just need a bigger space. But I like that there's all the way around my whole house is mine, not next to somebody right there, attached. So yeah, I keep I follow Kevin and Carolyn, of course. They have a nice situation there. I mean, that's not a 5-star park. That's a nice park. Yeah, and it looks lovely. I'm sure I would like it, but I don't know whether I want to live, in Arizona. I'm so glad you're here today to tell us that good news, Livy. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm not really an apartment person. And that's another thing. I have my dogs, and usually you can find a mobile home park with area for the dogs, and that's what I would like. So, we'll see what happens in the future. I've got a few things cooking, which can happen, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, so I put my pair of earrings that I made on Etsy. Let me show them to you guys. That's oops. Aren't they pretty? Yeah, I'm starting to look around. I'm hoping that things work out with my friend, but I don't know. Can't keep waiting. Thanks, Marilyn. Thanks, Livy. Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot, but I made those yesterday, so I thought I'd share them. And the bottom of those, by the way, it doesn't look it. You really have to look close, but there's like a little cross on the center. Wait a minute. I don't think you can see it. See the tiny little cross on the bottom? Positive Solutions. Hey, Gordon, how you doing? Surprise, finally caught you live. There is a bright future for you. I am claiming it for you. You are special, unique, and capable of making wise choices. You're my friend. Indeed. That's a very, very nice thing to say. Thank you. And it is scary to make big changes. That's for sure. The guy from New York. Yes. Well, I don't think physically he's able to travel, but he's possibly going to be purchasing something in Florida. So that would be a cool thing. But like sometimes waiting for someone for years to do something doesn't mean that they didn't want to do it. Physical ailments kind of stopped his travel plans, and but he's feeling a lot better, thank God. Yes, you never know. I'm hopeful, and maybe that's why I don't do a whole lot, because I'm hopeful, because I really think that person would be fun to live with. What am I missing? 265K. The 55 plus duplexes near me are now selling for 265,000. Yeah, I won't be living there, I can tell you that much. Thanks. Okay, talk to you soon, Gordon. Dr. Gordon. He is a couple years older than me. And he's a dear friend. It's just someone I can feel comfortable with, you know what I mean? It's not like my husband, but it's okay. It would be good. I really feel that. That's why I wait. Sometimes things do come for those who wait. Yeah, see, $265,000 is like something that's beyond me. What is making that racket? It's the wind. Oh no, I keep hearing. Okay, Google, what's the wind speed?
In Knox City, the wind is currently blowing 18 miles per hour from the south.
Okay. The average housing prices in Seattle are 710,000. How do people live like that? I'm really wondering why maybe it's Mark working out there. You have to go out? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Yeah, prices are crazy. Yeah, the price of California and Seattle, those places are way beyond. Come here. I'll talk to you. Come here. Come here. Let's say hello to everybody. Miss Rosie. I don't mind driving. I just don't like driving at night. Hi, baby girl. I know when I say, okay, go. Well, the girls want to go out. Oops, Lily is sitting by the door. I'm going to end this silly little ranty kind of live stream, but I really appreciate you guys a lot. Even when I don't hear the right thing come out, doesn't matter. You know, we're all here with our opinions. How could they not have problems with homelessness when there's so many people that don't have that kind of money ever? It's awful. Really. It's sad as can be. That's another thing. If I ever won the lottery, you know, really won a lot of money, I would help homeless. I don't know how I'd do it, whether I'd buy a building and let them fix it up themselves, because there's plenty of people that need to have places to live, you know? Okay. I'm going to let the girls out. You guys have a really good rest of your Sunday. Each and every one of you, I do care about you, and I thank you. I do. From the bottom of my heart, honestly, I love you all. And no matter who you love or who you vote for or who you believe in, it doesn't matter to me. I still care. I still love. Bye. Peace out.